Imagine living in a world where everything we see, hear, and experience is a reflection of something deeper, something far more intricate than the systems of government, media, or corporations. It's easy to point at those things and label them as the cause of all our problems. Many do, believing that external forces hold the key to control. But this assumption misses a much more profound truth. What we call the matrix is not just some vast external web of societal constructs. The true matrix is internal, and its roots grow deep into the mind and soul of each individual. At the heart of this internal matrix lies a self-imposed prison, an illusion that we unknowingly reinforce through our own thoughts, beliefs, and behaviors. The external world, the hologram that we navigate every day, is just a reflection of the internal programs running within each of us. It's easy to blame the external environment, the politics, the economy, or even other people for the limitations we experience. But the real source of these limitations is within. We are the ones who give power to these external influences because we fail to realize that our inner world projects outward, shaping the external reality we live in. The mind is a powerful tool, and yet it can become our greatest obstacle when we fall into what is called the victim mentality. This is where many of us, consciously or unconsciously, get stuck. The victim mentality convinces us that life happens to us, that we are powerless to change the circumstances of our lives, and that someone or something outside of ourselves holds the key to our liberation. This is one of the most pervasive programs of the internal matrix. This belief that salvation must come from the outside. To escape this prison, we must first recognize that the power to change our reality lies within. External changes, whether in our relationships, our careers, or the world at large, will always reflect the shifts we make internally. Think of the external world as a mirror. It only shows what is already there within you. If you want to change what you see in the mirror, you must change what is inside. But the challenge is that this internal matrix doesn't only contain our own personal experiences. It's layered with ancestral programming, genetic memory, and traumas from past lives that we may not even be consciously aware of. These layers run deep, and they shape our perceptions of what is possible, what we deserve, and what we are capable of creating. These programs create limitations that keep us in a state of disconnection from our true potential, from the vastness of what we can experience and create in this world. There is also a collective aspect to this matrix. On a planetary level, humanity has been trapped in a collective victim mentality for centuries. This mentality is woven into the very grids of the planet, energetic structures that hold the consciousness of the collective. When large groups of people believe that they are powerless, that belief imprints itself into the energetic grid, reinforcing the program for everyone. It becomes a self-fulfilling cycle where individuals are conditioned to believe that they are small, that they don't deserve more, and that they have no power to change their lives or the world. However, the beauty of this interconnectedness is that when one person heals, it ripples out into the collective. By healing our own traumas, shifting our own beliefs, and reconnecting with our true power, we also contribute to the healing of the planetary grid. The process of individual healing is not just about personal freedom. It's about freeing humanity from the collective prison of limitation. When you heal your own inherited DNA, clear ancestral trauma, and resolve past life wounds, you help to shift the collective consciousness toward liberation. The internal matrix is held together by layers of fear, guilt, shame, and unworthiness. These emotions and beliefs keep us trapped in smallness, convinced that we must play by the rules of the external world and accept the limits imposed on us. But what if these limits were never real? What if they were merely illusions created by the programs running in our own minds? Once we begin to dissolve these programs by questioning them, by healing the emotional wounds that gave rise to them, and by choosing to believe in our own power, we can begin to see the world differently. The mirror will reflect back a new reality, one that is not based on fear or limitation, but on possibility and expansion. To create the life we desire, we must first create it within ourselves. This requires a fundamental shift in how we view the world and our place in it. Instead of seeing ourselves as victims of circumstances, we must start to see ourselves as creators of our own reality. This means taking full responsibility for everything in our lives, not in a way that blames or shames us, but in a way that empowers us to change what we no longer wish to experience. When you recognize that your external world is simply a projection of your internal state, you also realize that you have the power to change the projection. If your life feels stuck or limited, it's not because the world is against you. It's because some part of you is still running an old program of limitation. By identifying and releasing these programs, you create space for new possibilities to emerge. This is the process of shifting from victimhood to mastery, from being controlled by the matrix to becoming the architect of your own reality. This shift is not just a mental or emotional process. It involves working with the body, the energy field, and the deeper layers of consciousness. Trauma is often stored not just in the mind, but in the body and energy system, and it must be cleared on all levels for true healing to occur. Practices like meditation, energy, healing, and breathwork can be powerful tools for releasing these old programs and reconnecting with your true self. As you heal, you will find that your perception of the world changes. The external circumstances that once seemed so fixed and unchangeable will begin to shift. Opportunities will arise where there were none before. Relationships will evolve or fall away as they no longer reflect your new, higher vibration. And as you continue to expand, you will find that you are no longer limited by the old programs of the matrix. You will begin to create a reality that is aligned with your true essence, one that reflects the limitless potential that you carry within you. It's important to remember that this is not just an individual journey. As you heal yourself, you are also contributing to the healing of the planet. Each person who breaks free from the matrix helps to dissolve the collective victim mentality that has kept humanity trapped for so long. Your healing is a gift to the world because it creates space for others to heal as well. When enough people break free from the internal matrix, the external hologram will shift in profound ways. We will begin to see a world that is not based on fear and control, but on love, freedom, and creativity. So as you move forward on your spiritual journey, remember that the power to change your life and the world lies within you. You are not a victim of circumstances. You are a powerful creator, capable of manifesting a reality that reflects your highest truth. The matrix may be deeply ingrained, but it is not unbreakable. With each step you take toward healing and self-awareness, you loosen its grip and move closer to true freedom. The journey to escape the matrix is not about running away from the external world, but about shifting your internal world so that the external hologram reflects the reality you wish to create. This is the path of the spiritual seeker, the path of mastery. It is a journey of inner transformation that ultimately leads to the liberation of not only the self, but also the collective.